Oh, that's kind of loud.
Lacan_Messent said.
Thank you, Lacan.
WB Mug. Squeak B.
Oh no, I think the game crashed.
WB.
Fuck. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Well, at least get the opening, then I'll hit something to see if it'll, you know, cooperate or not.
My turn.
How did this happen? Our walls are impenetrable!
But your floor is...
Floor isn't.
Well, if death is what you seek, then I will gladly provide it!
There is no reason to be hostile, Your Majesty. In fact, you should be proud. Your son is moments away from inheriting the throne.
Dale!
I tried, Father.
What do you want with us?
How shall I explain this? I'm gifting your son with my knowledge. It will make him the most powerful ruler your world has ever known. And he will answer to no one but me.
No! Murderer!
Prepare the Snatcher.
A crisis has befallen our world. For centuries we have depended on the Kingdom Stone, but its strength is fading. It cannot keep up with our growing demand for energy. The Prince of Shrigar, poisoned with madness over the death of his father, has bred machines across the land to steal energy from other kingdoms. Tensions are growing, and I fear that war may be inevitable.
The atmosphere of this game is just so... I really like it. I really like it. The fuck? That's an expression. Thank you, Discord. I guess they just have different expressions so you can know which file is which. And which one do I get rid of? I mean, like, I guess it can be either of those. Clear on that one. Not that, but on the other with Mia. Okay. Let's clear those out. Oh, you can't play as, can't play as what's-his-face on Classic or on Adventure. Why is he locked? I thought this is like in beta mode. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, fine. Let's do adventure. Whatever. We'll do lilac. There's the one character, he's the actual alien, and he plays like a Mega Man X type character. I really like him, but man, I guess I need to opt into beta again before I can... I don't know.
Squeak B said, "Probably gonna bounce here, dude. Sorry." Squeak B
No problem.
said, "Have a good night, okay?"
You too, B. Take care, get yourself some rest. Hope it was fun. And, you know...
Where are you going? I have to make sure they're okay. Can't you be Little Miss Hero Pants some other time? Not a chance! Fine, I'll go by myself. Be.
I can't adjust the volume from here. That sucks. Okay. And they only have music volume. They don't have... sound effect volume. That's kind of bullshit. Whatever. Oh, and it didn't save? God damn it. Okay, so that's the thing. Got it. You know, it's been a long while since I played this game. I wish the view was more zoomed out. Oh, the spider, yes.
Nakan_Messant said, "Is this yet another Sonic game better than actual Sonic?"
Yeah, basically.
LOL.
The game does have a few shortcomings, like the lives don't matter. Literally, you die and you just, you know, even if it's a game over, you just start back where you did. Like, lives are irrelevant. Which is a shame to me. But yeah, this is really like almost the game that Sonic deserves to be at this point. Like I said, I wish it was zoomed out a bit more so I could see more of like what I'm doing or where I'm going.
Lacan_Messent said, yeah, the sense of speed is somewhat lost when you have to temper yourself so as to not run into stuff because you don't have time to react otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, they do a good job of making it to where you don't have to necessarily, like... The stages are built in a way that... Oh, there goes the shield. The stages are built in such a way that you don't totally screw yourself if you don't know what's coming. But, yeah, I feel like everything is kind of closed off right now. Okay, path for a different character, I guess. The character that I really enjoy, I don't remember his name, unfortunately.
Lacan_Messent said, now see that smart design, LOL.
Well, yes and no, because if you...
Lacan_Messent said,
The waterfall
in
had been
Sonic
dead, yeah.
that waterfall would have been death.
Like, they make it to where it's forgiving and where you're going and how you handle things, but I would like more of a view of my surroundings. Kind of lagging up, that's weird. I think we have a rush chase segment coming up. Yeah, there we go. get temporary invulnerability when you do like a charge dash. Which isn't a big deal right now, but it will be, especially late game, taking on certain bosses.
Yeah!
Every 100 crystals you get gives you another life, but again, like,
How many
big deal.
chasers are left? Tell me.
You didn't say please.
Torque, that's him. He's a character you can only play in the beta right now, which I should have, but for some reason can't
Don't
access.
play games with me, duckling. Tell me.
Fine, be that way.
Shah! Where's that blasted snake mount? I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. I can do this all day. What is this hideous creature?
Stay back!
Oh no! The Duckman comes with me!
I'm not gonna let you eat him!
What? What the? Too easy.
Whoa, that was a close one. Thank you, Miss,
Lilac.
Miss Lilac.
Are you okay? I saw a huge explosion back there. You've been following me this whole time, haven't you? Duh.
I take it you know this guy.
Girl.
This girl?
She's like my tail. Always right behind me. Carol the Wildcat, at your service. And this is Lilac.
Well, I'm Torque. I'm a shell duck.
Shell duck?
It's more of a nickname. I'm not exactly from around here.
So what are you doing out here? The skies haven't been safe for days.
Someone is about to steal the Kingdom Stone, and I have to stop them.
The Kingdom Stone. That's impossible. Yeah, only I could steal it. You wish.
Well, it's already happening. Marizawa's sending troops in disguise to the ancient temple. I have to warn them.
Carol and I are pretty fast. We could run right there. I'm sorry.
There's a special thing if you hold down on the control pad and you hit the what would be the C button on the Sega controller. Because it is mapped literally as the buttons on a Genesis controller. So in this case, it's the I hold down and hit the shoulder button here. They have outtakes and bloopers hidden in the game. So if you hold down and hit the shoulder button whenever there's an outtake, what happened right there, that wasn't the actual dialogue that was supposed to play. That was...
Lacan_message said. LULO man,
They
that's
have...
hilarious.
Yeah, they have some pretty fun ones. And the fact that they not only play the dialogue, but have, like, her run off, and then Carol just there, like, is a nice touch. I like it. I like it.
Carol and I are pretty fast. We could run over there for you.
Seriously?
Yup, I've got a motorcycle and she's a dragon. They're like super fast. Darn straight.
Well, it's worth a shot. Hurry over there before it's too late.
What about you?
I'll catch up with you as soon as I find all my stuff.
Right. Come on, Carol. General Gong!
I forgot what button it was at first, so I was holding down and trying different ones. Because even the opening scene, where she says, I need to see if they're okay, it's like something goes wrong there. They've got a bunch of them hidden throughout, and it's a nice touch. I like it.
You two again?
It's nice to see you, too. We have to talk to you. The Kingdom Stone is in danger.
Don't be ridiculous. Nothing gets past my nose.
Will you just listen for a minute? What is the meaning of this? We mean no disrespect. We're just trying to...
what the general said. There's nothing to worry about.
But...
Don't make me repeat myself.
Well, they sound like they know what they're doing. Why don't we just charge up and go home, huh? What do you say?
I don't know.
I feel like they're hiding something from us.
It's an ambush!
Follow me!
I hate this level. Hello! Oh, there it is. Oh, I got a card I missed before. That's nice.
Nakan_Messent said. It seems very visually busy.
It is, but for the most part, that's okay. Like, I don't mind that, depending upon, like, how something is set up. Like this, like, everything kind of flows, I'm alright with it. But things like Sonic CD, like, man, you are so all over the place, like, you can't tell what the fuck is going on.
Nakan_Messent said. I just meant this level in particular.
Oh, no, that isn't even the issue. It's the way the level is set up. Like, it's built in a way that it could be fun, but it is designed in a way that makes it very slow. Oh, fuck, I missed it. Man, for some reason I'm dropping frames.
Nakan_Messent said. Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
You know, I just started. Oh, full. How about instead of 3, 4, or a zoom level, we just go with full. Hopefully that'll help resolve it.
How many? You didn't talk about.
Because before it was 4 times zoom, which is not quite the same as, say, you know, full screen. Out of reflex, since I was playing, what the fuck was it earlier? Out Buddies. I'm still pressing, like, left trigger to try and run. And it's like, no, Alex, no, that's not the way this game works. Damn it. Like I said, I don't know if I've actually played this on stream before.
Said. I have the same issue in so many games, lol. Half of them use B to dodge on the Xbox controller, and the other half use the OX. Lacan_Messent. Said. Then run is either on right bumper, or B lol. Lacan_Messent. Said. So my fingers get all confused.
Most of the time I'm not that bad. It's just because I was, you know, playing the other one so recently. Now I'm, yeah, I'm defaulting to a reflexive action. Pardon me. Wow. Okay.
Lacan_Messent. Said. Hope you're alright, man.
Yeah,
Lacan_Messent. Said. Allergies.
Or a slight cold. I tried to kill the camera and the mic, so you didn't have to see that, but you did. Sorry about that.
Lacan_Messent. Said. Oh no, I noticed you sniffling earlier, so I just put 2 and 2 together, lol.
Yeah, but I don't... I don't want to be gross for anybody who's watching, that's all. Oh, come on, I can pull this off, I can pull this off.
Lacan_Messent. Said. It's all good, brother.
Fuck. There's a chance that both my girlfriend and I are dealing with a cold. We've both been kind of tired, not necessarily like... not feeling like shit, but... come on! Ugh! Okay. And now I wait. Come on, buddy! Oh, fuck me! If you can drop the stone on him, it's an instant kill. It's so much better than having to fight this fucker. It still wasn't that bad, honestly. There are just certain bodily functions you don't want to share on stream, you know? And I'm not self-conscious about that. It's just that I don't want anybody else to be grossed out. Because there are certain things that people just don't want to see, you know?
Lacan_Messent said, I just hope it's not anything more serious.
I doubt it. Come on, Lilac! Jesus. No, come on. Yeah, of course that means I just got an extra life. I also like that, like, if you fall off the train, you don't die, you just, you know, begin to fall behind. Which, of course, I can use to my advantage right now. So much for the boss fight, I just ran underneath it. Wah wah. Alright, now what do I... Go this way, okay.
Lacan_Messent said, LUL.
Oh, wait, okay. Oh, I already got that. Alright. So when I say this is like a slow level, I mean like, okay, so we went through like Act 1, essentially. Which was okay, but... You go through the little, like, puzzle-solving segment. Alright, whatever.
Scanning.
RX, hey buddy!
Hey there engineer, how it like in California? I'm a million miles away but guy. Today you look so pretty.
Well, thanks. I'm glad I'm looking okay despite my fucking sunburn. How are you doing, my dude? I hope you're doing all right and staying safe.
Scamming. Said. LOL, I been good, just been bored.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Hidden secret. Cool. There's this movie, The Hitman's Bodyguard. And the catchphrase for the bodyguard is, boring is best. Because it, I mean, like, you know, it might be boring, but you know you're safe, right? And, yeah, I like it. I like it, honestly, because I think that's something that gets... You know, even me, it's like, yeah, I want excitement, that's cool, but you also gotta realize, like, you know, when things are good, even though they don't seem like it.
Scanning. Said. That's true.
So yeah, I'm sorry you're bored, but I'm glad you're alright. I'm glad you're alright. I was just talking earlier about how where I'm located, we have 2 major cities nearby, and one of them basically there was Wednesday they found a black man hanging from a tree in the park. They've ruled it a suicide, but it's weird. It's really weird. And I don't know.
Said.
Yeah.
Wow, you knew, that's crazy, WTF.
And then I guess 10 days before that, there was the same thing that happened in another town further south. So, yeah, it's been ruled a suicide, but I was talking about earlier how, like, there's a bunch of stuff that, like, does not fit the regular, like, there are a bunch of different things that can constitute a suicide on, like, why or how, but that's really weird, and it's, I don't know, it makes me angry, it makes me disappointed, because I didn't, like, certain places in the US, I can see that, but I thought that, like, as far as racism goes around this area, like, we were past that, like, you know.
Scamming. Said.
No, it doesn't.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense for a lot of people, and it doesn't add up. And I was saying earlier, like, I can understand, you know, certain things, like, even though I don't condone the way that certain law enforcement is acting, things are tense right now. So even though I don't like it, I can understand how being under pressure, they might jump to conclusions or make dumb mistakes or work on prejudice. But to just have this happen in the middle of the night in a public place like this, I don't know.
Scamming. Said. Yeah, I can see that.
I want to do something about it, but I don't know what. I don't know what. Like, it's just so weird right now. I mean, I don't want to say, like, specific places, but there are other...
Scamming. Said. Is like we travel back in the I never seen shit like this.
Yeah, yeah. You know, certain things I've heard of this happening in certain, let's say, southern states where racism is still more prevalent. I didn't expect it to be in a place like California, especially this close to me. And yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing. It makes me angry. It makes me disappointed. I don't know. I don't know what to do. just right now, I'm trying to have some drinks, get my mind away from it, not dwell on it too much.
Scamming said, close to you, that's scary.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, like, thank goodness I'm not one to be on the chopping block, but the fact that you do still have people like that. I found out Saturday that there was one dude locally, and some of his buddies, they harassed some peaceful protesters. It didn't accumulate to much. I guess one of them got pushed down a hill, which was not really a big deal in the end, but it's still like, that sucks. So in my town, it's not too bad. In fact, in the friend of mine I was talking to on Saturday, he said, like, you've had a lot of people where he's been doing his protest and got a lot of support, which is good. For the most part, this place has been nice, but not here, but the city I'm talking about, which again, I'm sorry, I wish I could say, but I'm not going to name names because then that'll dox me.
Scamming said, I just don't get it. Why are people like that? Sometimes I want to jump into their head to see why.
There's so many reasons that, like, some of it's ignorance, some of it's there's somebody I know, they aren't racist, but they stereotype sometimes. And that's because when they were growing up, because of where they were raised, they ran into harassment so much that out of reflex, there are certain people that they will immediately try to avoid. But that's a reflex. They're smarter than that, and they get past it, and then they don't care. It's like a woman who's a victim of sexual assault. She'll be apprehensive of men because of what's happened to her. And I understand that. But then you have people like
Scamming said, yeah, I know people like that.
I can excuse that to a certain extent because trauma carries a lot of weight in how people view the world. And it sucks. It's really hard to get past. I mean, look at the fact that, like, if somebody eats a bad, I don't know, batch of apples that gives them food poisoning, then there's a chance that they may never be able to eat apples again in their life because their body is just revolted by it, right? Except in this case, it isn't a food, it's a psychological thing. But they still try. They understand that even though their apprehension is a reflex, there's more than that. And it sucks. It's not right. But I can understand. On the other hand, full-blown racism is something that goes beyond that. It is something that usually from a very young age is ingrained into a person that we're the good guys, they're the bad guys. And it usually takes such a mental shift. I forget what it's called. It's a dissociation. Psychological dissociation, I think. Again, I'm sorry, I'm a few drinks in, so I can't come up with the right word. But this is something that is so ingrained from them from such a young age that for them to say, no, this is wrong, it feels like they're actually having to undo part of their actual self. If somebody's smart, they can work past it.
Scamming said, Yeah, because baby are not born racist.
No, they're not, but they can learn it at a very young age. Even as young as, like, 5 years old, a child that is dark-skinned can be asked, you know, if you look at two dolls, which is the ugly one, which is the beautiful one, one is light-skinned and one is dark-skinned. They'll say the one that is dark-skinned is ugly. Why? Because external stimulus enforces that image. Children learn through mimicry, and if that is the message that they see around themselves, then that's what they will repeat.
Like scamming. Said. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And sad. To know that just in a passive sense that is so prolific, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Because now, like, since Trump became president, I'm finding out that there are people up here that are racist. But for a long while, at least, they kept it in check. And I'm not saying that's right, but at least here, it was such a small thing. I never thought of it that way. Like, I basically thought racism was practically dead. Because I never saw it. It just, like, it basically didn't exist here. Every once in a while, you might have a certain asshole that is just, and they would act like that. And then through a lot of, like, dialogue online and getting perspectives from other parts of, like, the nation or the world, you know, I finally, like, realized that, no, that's not the case. But trying to wrap my mind around that is just, like, you know, the thing is, racism is born from ignorance, and in the end, ignorance is even worse than that. Because you can have somebody who's naive, like they don't know better, but once they do understand, like, how things work or what a better, like, element is, they learn from it. To be ignorant means to literally ignore. To say, oh, hey, you know, a rainbow is formed by, you know, light through water droplets in the sky. Well, I don't want to believe that, so I'm just gonna...
Said. I feel like Trump helped people come out. I'm not saying Trump is racist. But people felt more comfortable to come out.
I don't know how I feel about Trump as far as, like, racism goes. Like, I feel like he is a little bit, or to a certain extent. I think, honestly, Trump is dumb, and he isn't outright racist. I think he just doesn't realize what he's saying because he's fucking stupid. But the image that he portrays is, like you said, a lot of racists thought it was okay to show their true colors now. But ignorance is something where, again, like, you know, if somebody doesn't know any better and they think that a rainbow is caused by, like, God or spirits or fairies or something like that, and then they're told, no, like, that's what comes after a rainstorm because, you know, water droplets in the sky and light and it gives you a rainbow. Somebody who's naive goes, oh, okay, I understand. Somebody who's ignorant goes, you know what? I know what the facts are, but fuck you, I still want to believe that it's, like, you know, spirits. That's...
Like scanning. Said. Yeah, LOL, smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
I've dealt with certain people who have been racist. And I've talked to them and over a long period of time showed them different facts where they eventually say, you know what I was taught is wrong. Okay, you know what, I admit it. And they still have a certain stereotype that they need to get past because these things are so embedded in who they were. They recognize it's wrong, and they constantly fight with themselves.
Mescent said, I feel like it isn't simple ignorance, though that's a big part of it.
It is. And that's what I was getting at, is like, some people will be naive, and they will be extremely naive. And after showing enough evidence, they will finally say, like, you know what, I was wrong. My perspective was, like, I wasn't given the whole truth. And they still have to deal with it, like, every time it comes up, but they stop and they think critically. And that's the important part. Even if somebody's knee-jerk reaction is to go, no, don't do that, and then they go, wait, no, let's stop and process, and they eventually come to the right conclusion, fine. They're trying, they're getting there. But a lot of full-on racists, like, that's the best thing I can come up with is...
Mescent said, I feel the biggest issue is the lack of education and critical thinking. There are people who believe something wrong, but in trying to explain why they're wrong, you realize that there's at least 12 other things that are the foundation of the knowledge required to even understand the explanation you're trying to give.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah. A lot of the time it's... But that's naive. Somebody's naive is somebody who doesn't know any better. And like you said, 12 other things. So you have all these different layers you need to break down. Then they finally understand, okay, I get what you're saying. But even when you go through all that, and they still say, no, I choose to believe different, that is ignorance. Literally ignoring the facts that you've laid out, ignoring all the evidence and saying, but I don't want to accept it. That's a greater psychological barrier, which even to a certain extent can be a evolutionary thing. Because a lot of and that becomes one of the things of like man versus beast, or I don't want to say nature versus nurture, but a lot of people are afraid of the unfamiliar, and this comes from the knee-jerk reaction that a lot of animals, if something is weird to them, they don't know how to handle it, and they ostracize it. Things like...
Scamming said, some white guy riding a bike. Call me the N-word. As he passed by, LOL, mine knew I was 9. I would never forget that. I'm
sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, not that it measures up, but, you know, it's a different thing. Like, when I was young, I was a pretty boy.
Scamming said, dude was like 30.
I was 7 or 8, and as a kid, very fair skin, bright red lips, long eyelashes. I remember one time I was going home sick, and one of the secretaries in the school office looked at me and said, I wish I had eyelashes as gorgeous as yours. I was like, and just because of the way they felt, I liked like knee-high socks. And yeah, like age 7 to, I don't know, 7 to 11, somewhere in there. Kids would call me gay and faggot. I didn't even know what sexuality was at that point. I didn't know what that meant. I just wanted them to stop calling me that name. And they would say I wore makeup. Most of the time it was verbal. And I was big for my age. So, you know, it was like, yeah, nice time. Let's make the big kid cry. And I was taught always, you know, you don't start a fight. I can end it, but I can't start it. Big no-no against physical.
Scamming said, wow, that's crazy, sorry to hear that.
People called me names, and I couldn't do anything about it. There were a couple of times where, like, I was in the bathroom, and it was like, oh, look at the pussy, and they would try to jump me. And there was, like, one time, I think it was 3 guys in the bathroom came at me, and one of them I bounced off a sink. The other one, I dumped in the trash can, and the last one just, like, took off. Because in the bathroom, you don't have yard duties. You can't see it, you can't prove it, right? So they thought it'd be funny to like, beat the shit out of me. And they didn't realize that, like, I'll take it all day long, if they're just saying words. But if they got physical, then I'm defending myself, and it doesn't matter. And, no, there were a couple of times where, like, if I got attacked, nah, all bets are off. Beat the shit out of them. But, as long as it was just words, like, now, looking back at, like, the effect it had, I wish I would have gone and, like, broken arms sooner, because it would have had less of an impact on me.
Said. At engineer_diesel was hiding his inner power.
Yeah. If they want to take that fight away from prying eyes, all right, I'll bring it. But no, like, I dealt with that through all of elementary, through some of junior high school. Like, people thought I was a senior as soon as I was a freshman, so they didn't fuck with me anymore. I just was big. But yeah, from the time I arrived here in this town to high school, like, there was always an element of harassment. And I know it's not the same as what you dealt with, but I can say that, like, I know what it's, to a certain extent, like to be targeted. Hell, even after that, a few years back, I went into a bar and I was wearing a hoodie that had Pac-Man all over it. And somebody approached me about it and was like, "You one of those computer geeks?" I'm like, "Yeah." And dude was drunk and he's fucking stupid. Like, "You're the guy who's putting viruses in my computer trying to extort money from me?" And, like, the guy, like, legit wanted to, like, beat my ass. And thankfully there was somebody there who knew me that was like, no, this is Alex. He's the good guy. He, like, gets rid of those. And this guy goes, "Oh, okay, well, props, bro. Thanks." And we ended up actually having, like, a really good conversation and certain things about, like, physics and science. But it just shows, like, even how somebody is, to a certain extent, educated can be super biased if they're given the wrong information.
Scamming. Said. LOL smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes. Bonk, I love drunk guys.
They can be funny, but no, there are a few out here that, like, the redneck gets going. And after I broke my ankles, when I was still on crutches, I would carry a knife in my pocket because it was like, I can't even run if I need to get away at that point. Like, I have no other way to defend myself, so, I need to stab somebody at least. Like, I'll put up a fight if they're gonna beat the shit out of me. It was yeah, I was a little worried for a while. Obviously, like, I've recovered quite a bit and I'm okay, but it's still one of those things where, after being physically compromised, like, it's one thing to say, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna fight," but when you can't even run, different story. Absolutely different story. Anyway, I'm sorry. Dark turn there. Big rabbit trail. I'm gonna use the bathroom, grab a smoke. But RX, tell me how you've been doing. How have things been in your neck of the woods? You're back at work, right? How's that been?
Scamming. Said. Is your tune dangerous? Scamming. Said. Town. Lacan_Messent. Said. 2020 is the longest game of Jumanji I've ever been unfortunate enough to have been a part of.
RX, are you still there?
Scamming.
You are, okay.
Thanks for subscribing for 5 months.
Holy shit.
Scamming.
Wow, thank you.
Said. We are you back.
Jesus. Okay. Oh. Thank you for the sub. Play the sound effect. I don't know if it actually played the animation. Wow. Thank you for the sub. Jesus. I need to send some shit your way at some point. My town dangerous? No, not really. Not really. Have the occasional bullshit, but for the most part, no. Thankfully. But the where this happened, I want to talk to some friends and see if we can get something going. And Lacan, yeah. I saw this thing on I think Twitter. It said like, Jesus guys, whoever's playing Jumanji with Chuck, they need to reach the end and stop, which I didn't get. But my girlfriend is a fan of Supernatural, and Chuck is God. Literally the author of reality. So then it suddenly made sense. But yeah.
Scamming. Said. Engineering support excited. Scamming. Said. Super LOL not support.
Ah, fuck! Okay. Super excited, okay. Excited for what? Come on, Bird Brain. Take yourself out. Or I'll just do it. Okay. Wait, did I complete that? I thought I did, but it's not lit up. Oh, okay, I need to press the switch now. Cool. No, get the health, get the health. Okay. Boss battle.
Spade? What's he doing here?
Scamming. Said. I'm getting my own PC on the 25 now. I don't have to share with me, bro, and I can work on more content.
Nice, nice. Dude, get yourself a Steam account. I will buy you games. I have so much shit saved up. I can send stuff your way. Let's play together. And if you want advice on like parts, like are you building it or are you getting it like pre-assembled? Because if you're building it, you can one, save a lot of money. Two, I can give you advice on where to go with that.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? That's the Kingdom Stone!
So, I needed to find my father's killer. Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
Scamming. Said. LOL, I know I can make a Steam now, ooh.
You gotta do it, dude.
I'd rather be called a traitor than a murderer. Scarves left us no choice.
And you've left me no choice. Still training, I see.
You wanna fight? Come and get it.
I'd love to stay and dance, but Mayor Zhao's got a tight schedule. Besides, if something else is guarding this thing, I'd hate to be around when it wakes up.
You're insane, you know that? You're never gonna get away with it.
We'll see about that.
He'll never make it out.
Scanning.
We should. Come on!
Said. I already bought it. Hopefully is a good one. LOL.
Send me a link to the system. I'll tell you like how it'll measure up, or if there's anything you should consider. And it's a tower, right? Not a laptop.
Said. Okay.
There go the arms. Nice. Now just the eyes. That's it. Get. Oh, the arms are back. Fuck, I forgot. It's been so long since I played this. Do you have a Xbox 360 controller for PC? Because that's really what you want. Not because of button layout, but because that's going to be the thing that has the highest level of acceptance for controller input. I used to run on like a PS2 type setup because that's what I appreciated the most. Like, that's what I was most familiar with, but Alex need health badly! Get it? Got it. Good. Okay. There goes one eye. Fuck you, Mantis Man!
Scanning. Said. On LOL it went up on price. I got it for 1,000, now is 1,219. Scanning. Said. https://
Alright, I'll check it in a minute.
t.co/0jlbr6pvzo.
Woohoo! That's how it's done.
Shield, cool. Could be better, but alright, let's see what you got. I buy power, okay. Intel, 3 gigs. I'm gonna need to see i7. Hopefully that's a multi-core. Pardon me. Ninth generation, good. 8 cores, 8 threads. Not bad on power. GTX 1660 Ti, 6 gigs, nice. 16 gigs DDR4, nice. Not bad. Not bad. Windows 10 Home. It has some nice raw power to it. I don't want to, like, you know, crush your cool. But if you, I mean, like, canceling the order now is probably not worth doing. But if you want help looking into upgrades down the road, then let me know, okay?
Scanning. Said. Sorry, my phone died. What you said.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't want to you know, ruin your moment. But if there are upgrades you're looking at down the road, then let me know. It's probably late to, like, cancel it or go into other options. So I won't worry about that. But yeah, if at some point you want to upgrade it or see what else you can do to get you know, more performance out of it, then let me know, and I'll do whatever I can to give you a hand. You can always ask me before you do anything. I'm happy to provide input. All right.
Carol! Carol! I'm over here. You made it out.
Your ear!
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
Well, we better find Torque and get home so I can patch it up.
Scamming. Said. Okay, yeah, no problem. What's the bad thing about this PC? Because LOL, I don't know nothing about PC.
Well, okay. So, the system I'm running at right now, like, the Intel has just, like, notoriously expensive CPUs because they're, like, the big name on processors. And probably, like, half the cost of that PC is going towards the CPU. I have an AMD Ryzen CPU, and it is 8 cores as well, but it's hyper-threaded, so it runs like it's 16 cores. 16 gigs is not bad. If you were building it yourself, you could get almost double that, like 32 gigs, depending on how you set it up. The video card is nice. I have a 1060 that's a 1660, so it also, like, not just higher processing power on the video card, but mine is 3 gigs of video RAM, yours is 6 gigs. The video card is awesome. Personally, I'm a little disappointed on, like, the number of video ports on it. Like, it has HDMI, DVI, and DisplayPort, I believe it was. Mine has, like, 5 DVI, HDMI, and then, like, 3 other DisplayPorts. But, I mean, you're probably not hooking up that many. I mean, even me, I have 1 monitor, 2nd monitor, and then my VR headset. So multiple ports would be a benefit, but probably not something you're going to use. To me, the big thing was the hard drives. Like, it has a 240 gig solid state. I'm running a 512 that isn't even a full solid state drive. It's one of the like PCI ones that goes straight into the motherboard as opposed to SATA, so you get much higher speeds. And then it has a terabyte regular hard drive on top of that. And if you set it up right, you can get like your primary operating system and base programs on the solid state, but you can go ahead and put all your games on the secondary hard drive, which seems like it would be counterintuitive, but one, the secondary hard drive is going to take up like way more space, so that's fine, and two, because the solid state is eating up most of your processing power running off of that, it doesn't have long loading times off of the secondary for your games, which obviously mine doesn't have that either. But it's still smaller than what you could be getting away with. Like I said, mine's a 512, but that's one of the M whatever they are that goes straight onto the motherboard.
Said, you do think it would be good for stream, or can it do VR?
Oh, you can definitely do both of those. You can absolutely do both of those. I'm just saying, for how much you're paying for it, if you were to like build it yourself, you could get more power out of it, and I could totally walk you through everything you needed. And that's what I'm saying, you know, you already bought it. I don't think it's worth trying to cancel it now, and I don't want to, like, you know, it's still a good system. Could have got a little more power out of it, maybe. Hopefully they build it properly, and if they do, you can upgrade it to get some of those benefits. The CPU, probably not, because that's just going to be way expensive. But you can probably do more with the RAM and more with the storage. The video card is really, really nice, though. I will absolutely, like, no qualms about that.
Well, this stinks. How are we gonna get more money?
We'll think of something. What I really want to know is why Spade is working for Mayor Zhao.
Buttloads of cash?
Scanning.
Well, Zhao might know something
Said,
about the assassination.
yeah, I want
but that
to
still
upgrade
doesn't
over
explain what he
time.
needs the stone for.
You can. That's one of the nice things about a desktop, is that you can upgrade over time. You get a laptop, you're stuck. But desktop, yeah, you have options. As long as they give you a decent motherboard. And I don't know what kind is in there. I can try and look over it in more detail later. But that's, like, you get a good motherboard, you can upgrade for ages. But then you have others where they literally get you just like the base motherboard to give you what you want to fit in there, and then that's it. And then you're kind of ass out. That one I don't know. There's a lot of wiggle room, and I'll need to look that one up.
I have a bad feeling about all this. What?
Someone's following us.
What do you mean?
Yeah! Wait. Someone with a shield pulled me out of the cave. It must have been her. Sorry about bouncing on ya. Hello? I'm sorry?
Don't be scared. I promise we'll keep you safe.
Are you a dragon?
Yeah.
Can I touch your hair?
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, it's okay. I was just surprised is all. Go ahead. I won't hurt you.
It's like a rope.
Yeah.
Maybe we can be friends.
Sure.
I'm Mila. What's your name?
Lilac.
That's a pretty name.
Thanks. This is my friend Carol.
Hi. So, thanks for saving me back
Scanning.
there. But what are you
Said,
doing all the way out here?
this game is awesome.
This game is fantastic. It's like everything that Sonic should have been after they fucked everything up.
Over here? And people came. They're not very nice. I'll say.
You know what? You can come to our secret hideout.
What? Really?
Yeah. Nobody knows where it is except us.
That sounds like fun.
The Kingdom Stone has been taken!
Scamming. Said, Normally games like this don't have voice acting.
No, they don't. And this, it actually came up earlier when Lacan was on stream. If you hold down and then hit whatever the C button would be, in this case it's the shoulder button on my controller, it'll progress the dialogue normally. But if there's a flub, an outtake, or a blooper, it'll play that at first to show you where they fucked up. And they even add animations to the characters to address where the fuck up is.
Your Excellency!
Said. LOL smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
By who?
Mayor Zhao. His pilgrimage to the temple was a cover-up.
This is troubling. Zhao may be a buffoon, but I never believed he was capable of this.
A pair of youngsters warned us about the attack. I refuse to listen. I have failed you, Magister.
Don't be hard on yourself, General. I would have been just as skeptical. Tell me, who was it that issued this warning?
Something doesn't smell right.
And it might be goofy sometimes, but most of the voice acting is pretty spot on, too. I like that. It isn't, like, overly cheesy.
Well, sorry.
You never smell right. I'm referring to those kids. They know something about this. We have to find them.
Yeah, that one guard in the background, that's his literally only ever line in the entire game. Whack.
You sure you don't want to hang out with us?
Thanks, but I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try and fix my gadgets.
Fair enough. Just shout if you need anything.
Alright, what are you gonna be up to?
Oh, we should have plenty of things to do, especially with a new girl around.
I'm bored.
How about a movie?
Sure! Why not?
I've got to save the world. I've got to save Avalon.
Excamming.
Not like a couple traitors like
Said.
yourselves would care.
How much is this?
Well, shit, right now I don't know. I like that, the background, the poster. Ninja Herc! Like, obviously Ninja Turtle reference.
Lilac! Torque's I went down there and he's,
Calm down. What is it?
Torque turned into an alien or something.
What?
Just come with me, come on.
I probably had a bad dream.
I'm serious, get up, come on, get up.
Right, let me get my shoes on. Torque?
It's not what it looks like!
What are you? Give us answers, buddy.
Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to promise to keep it to yourselves.
We promise. Right, Carol?
Right. Pinky swear.
I'm from another world. Actually, I'm part of an alliance between many different worlds. We're called Chasers.
So you're an alien then?
In the beta, you can actually play as Torque. They haven't done the public release for him yet, and I don't know why. Like, I'm supposed to be opted into the beta, but when I launched it, he wasn't available. But Torque plays like Mega Man X, which is really nice to have in a Sonic game, because you can do, like, the air dash and certain hovers and, like, the beam attack. It was a really nice way to mix things up. I hope they release him sooner than later, because, yeah, it was really good.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, why do a bunch of aliens care about our planet?
The man that wants your kingdom stone isn't from around here either. He calls himself Lord Brevin.
Lord?
Well, he didn't get that name selling cookies. He's dangerous with a capital D. Brevin is the most powerful enemy we've ever faced. Hundreds of worlds destroyed. Thousands of heroes killed or corrupted. Enormous amounts of weapon energy stolen. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to our scans, the Kingdom Stone has enough energy to double the size of his army. If he gets it, he'll be unstoppable. I'll try and convince your leaders of his existence, but if I can't get them to help me, if Brevin gets his hands on the Kingdom Stone, then I'll have no choice. I'll have to destroy it.
Destroy it?
You can't be serious!
I'll only destroy it if I have no other choice. I swore to my captain on his dying breath that I would not let Brevin get that stone.
I'm sorry about your captain, but you can't destroy it. In fact, you won't even have to think about it, because I'm going to help you get it back. I don't care how dangerous it is. It's going to take a lot more than robots and aliens to slow a dragon down.
If she's gonna go for it, then I am too. If we can beat up a giant praying mantis thing together, then who knows what else we can do. I wanna come too.
I guess we could let you save Carol's life a few more times.
Hey. Yay!
So the three of you are really gonna help me stop him?
Say no more, Team Lilac's got your back. We'll talk about the name later, okay?
I'd be lying if I said I was comfortable with this, but I honestly could use your help. You all know this world better than I do.
So, it's official, right?
More or less. Welcome aboard, ladies.
Yeah! Awesome! Wonderful!
Good evening, sir. It may interest you to know that the location of the artifact has shifted.
Where?
It's moving toward a densely populated region to the east.
This could work to our advantage. Get me the king's son. Where do your duties lie, Prince?
It is my duty to protect my father's kingdom.
You would sacrifice your very life for the good of this kingdom, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And you would crush all those who threaten its safety.
We must protect it at all costs.
Exactly. The one you call Zhao has taken something very precious. Something that could put your kingdom at risk. You're not going to let him keep it, are you?
Revenge is upon us, my fellow kin. We have confirmed who is responsible for the death of our king.
We have a pause. Let's find out. Freedom Planet is $15 currently.
Zhao of Shanmu! His plans to steal our kingdom stone must be stopped!
Scamming. Said. Purple is Sonic, green with glass is Knuckles, green is Tails. And the bunny girl is that bunny girl in Sonic Hero in Amy's team.
Purple is Sonic, yeah. The green one, the cat, yeah, that's Knuckles, she's the strong one. Bunny girl, if you mean Mila, she's like a dog person. I wouldn't say that's Amy's team, she's more of like a Tails type character. Lilac, the purple one, is Speed. She's Sonic. Carol, the green one, the cat, she's the powerhouse. She's Knuckles. And Mila, the dog, she's Tails. She can generate blocks that she can throw at enemies. She can fly to a certain extent, and then she can take the blocks and turn them into energy, like projectile blasts. So she's not quite Tails, but it's more of a engineering type thing. And then, like I said, Torque is in beta. He's like a Mega Man X.
Scamming. Said. LOL, I was way of.
No, not much. Not much. You were relatively close. Torque, the alien dude, he plays like Mega Man X. He has like a speed dash. He has a hover ability, and he has a blaster. You can pick up different elements from enemies that you use as ammo for, like, they don't go off the classical like elements of earth, fire, wind, and water. They actually go off of the Asian elements of, let's see here, fire, water, metal, wood. I don't remember if it's stone. I don't think there's air. I think it's fire, water, metal, wood, and then earth. And earth can be like life to a certain extent. But there's 5 instead of 4. And instead of just being like a square, it makes a lot more sense for this game. I'm going to need to look into it again. But I like the fact that they didn't just use the standard, they actually, like, the entire thing is Chinese themed, and they use the elements from that as well. But yeah, Torque's blaster uses ammo, and the ammo is based on what you pick up from destroying enemies or opening chests, and the different projectile types have different effects. And then they're also supposed to eventually have a character for Ace or Spade, whoever the guy was like in the tomb that like attacked them before you fought the Mantis. But they haven't even opened him up to beta yet, and they're already working on the sequel. So I don't know honestly if he's ever gonna be a playable character, but whatever.
Scanning. Said. They have it on Switch for $7. I'm getting it.
It's worth it, dude. Do it. Do it.
Hello? Hey, up and at 'em. We've got adventuring to do.
Oh, 5 more minutes.
Ow! Good morning, Carol.
I was wondering when you'd be awake.
You can blame Carol for that. She sleeps for like half a day.
Well, she's a cat.
Totally worth it.
Well, anyway, I got a big call from that big panda guy I told you. What? Big call! Because the panda is big!
That was an outtake right there.
Well, anyway, I got a call from that big panda guy I told you about. He's gonna help us.
I like the fact that, again, like, they don't just put in the blooper, but they animate, like, the sprites to go with it.
When is he coming?
Actually, we have to go meet him. He'll be waiting for us north of here.
Perfect. I fixed my radar last night so we can use it to find the meeting point.
Great! Ready, girls?
Aye, aye, Captain. To adventure!
According to the radar, we seem to be at the right location.
I think it's a little off. This way!
She's got a good
Scanning.
nose.
Said. The characters have so much charms to them, I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, even for this being, like, a Kickstarter game, you can tell that, like, everybody really was invested in it. I like it a lot.
I'll say.
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am General Gong of Shang-Tu.
It's an honor, General.
The Royal Magister has a proposal. We'd like you to help us get the stone back. It's in the greedy little hands of Man Zhao in our neighbor city, Shangmu.
Why do you need our help? Don't you have soldiers and spies and stuff?
We want to try and resolve this thing peacefully if we can, so we're sending a neutral party to negotiate. Given the current state of affairs in Shuigang, they're out of the picture.
So you need us to fly to Shangmu and convince Zhao to give the stone back.
Precisely.
Let's give it a shot.
Right. I assume we'll be taking one of these planes.
Uh-huh. You do know how to fly it.
Of course I do.
Good. When you get there, head straight for the city hall.
Yes, sir.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
Said. LOL, he sung like a New Yorker.
Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he?
I'll be okay.
You just had to follow me here, didn't you?
And of course, Spade is like the like shadow archetype. I'm edgy.
How did you know we were coming?
You seemed pretty determined to get that stone back.
So you're the thief Lilac was talking about.
I've been called worse.
Minor detail here: when Spade talks, he shows up more in the right earphone. So they actually have stereo balancing. Not a big deal, but just a certain detail that adds just a bit more texture to the game.
Where is it?
I've already finished the job. It's time for my brother to play his hand.
Your brother?
Prince Dale of... Prince... This is hard to be cool and suave while being informative at the same time. God damn my coolness.
Yeah, that was another blooper.
Prince Dale of Shuigon.
Really?
When he finds the man who murdered our father, there will be no mercy for the kingdom responsible.
We know who's responsible.
Nice try.
Will you just hold on a minute and let us explain?
What, so you can throw me off again with your lies? Thanks, but I've had enough.
Everyone, split up! We'll cut him off with a huge shopping mall over there.
Got it!
On the flip side, this is one of the levels I really like.
Said. Onk, you ever play Sonic Rider? The dog guy reminds me of Sonic Rival in the game.
Sonic Riders, no. I do have the new Sonic Racers game, though. I want to play that one. And yeah, every one of those chests I bust open, that would be ammo for Torque. Oh, come on. Oh, actual shield? Okay, I'll take that. Fuck your stoplight. That's so long since I've, like, really played this. I'm trying to remember where to go. Oh, I just bypassed a mini-boss. Cool. Oh, Fire Shield. Fire Shield, let's get that.
Did you get the wonderful 101?
No, I did not. I've heard good things about it, but last I was aware of it was basically toast as far as like a game goes. I didn't even know it was still available. Well, there goes my shield. Oh well.
Scanning. Said. I heard the Wii U runs before the PC, Switch and PS4 is a bad port.
Wii U runs before... The what? Okay, Wonderful 101 is...
Said. Better.
Oh, a better port. The Wii U runs better. Wait, which one is better? Sorry. Like I thought it came out for Wii U. So like PC, Switch, and PS4 are better ports than the original. Oh, slot machine!
Scanning. Said. LOL, but the original runs better, sorry entire.
No, it's cool, I get it, I get it. So the original's good, the ports are garbage. That's what you're saying. We're not garbage, but they don't measure up. And again, that's...
Said. Yeah.
Health, maybe? No health. Alright, well, whatever. Fuck. Oh, hey, health. Okay, cool.
Scanning. Said. What do you think about PS5?
I mean, honestly, I stopped caring about consoles a while ago, except for the Switch. Nintendo has so much of their own intellectual property that I'm okay with them, but most major consoles like PlayStation or Xbox, I don't care. I don't want them. I might as well get a PC because it'll cost less in the long run and it will do better. Nintendo right now is the only console I even give a shit about, and even then it's only their games. You know, Zelda, Mario, Smash Brothers, fine.
Hey, come on!
Scanning.
Give me a minute, Lilac! Jesus!
Understandable.
It's, with, like, certain things like Octopath Traveler.
What's wrong?
I'm talking! Give me a minute! Jesus! Octopath Traveler or Kunai. I'd much rather have them on Steam so I can play them on any computer I have instead of being limited to Switch. They may cost a little more, but I know that I'm always going to have them on
Do you want to get a bad time?
I don't care, Lilac. Give me a minute. I'm talking. Thank you. Jesus. Yeah, so I would much rather have something that I can... Doesn't matter whether it's a tower, a laptop, whatever. I can carry it over to any system I have. The Switch is nice, but being limited to that platform, I don't see a reason for doing that unless it's something that is like warranted to be on there. Astral Chain, Switch exclusive. Okay, I'm alright with that. Deus Ex, the big like giant Gundam thing. No, I'm gonna get that on PC when it goes on sale. You know.
What did you call me?
You think you can just walk into this conflict, don't you? Well, I have news for you. This isn't your fight!
Said. If the new Halo don't come to PC and getting Xbox.
I've never been a Halo fan, so I don't care.
It was the moment you brought it to our home world!
So, the Duckman couldn't keep his mouth shut. Well, I hope he realizes that he just cost you your life!
You'll have to take it first, Snake Man!
I've had enough of your kung fu tricks. Prepare for annihilation!
You had it coming, Snake Man!
Now, there was a joke in here. I wonder if they changed it or not.
Said. This reminds me of a boss battle I had in Bayonetta 2.
Okay, so yeah. You can go in the women's restroom, no big deal. But at least if you're Torque and you go in the ladies' restroom, there'll be like a scream and you get kicked out. I don't remember if there's something for the men's restroom, though. If I see one, I'll pop in there and see if something happens. Because I think they still have something there.
Scanning. Said. LOL, that's a funny detail.
Yeah, just tiny little... Yeah. Not quite as intense. Just you hear that guy go, "Hey," and then you get kicked out. But with Torque, I think you hear this just like shriek, "Oh!" and then he gets kicked out, and his face is just like.
Scanning. Said. XD.
Another little detail here, yeah, if you're around one of these disco spots, you can just stop, she dances. That's all. No big deal, just a moment to enjoy yourself. I think that actually gives you an achievement if you, like, stand here for long enough.
Scanning. Said. I'm glad I got the game.
And if it's $7, that's a good deal. It's totally worth it. I can't wait for the sequel to come out. Like... But yeah, just seeing how much care was put into this game is... It's nice, you know? Oh! Bastards. Okay. I'm waiting, okay. Well, there goes my shield, okay. Crystals, alright.
Scanning. Said. You sometime don't see stuff like that on a AAA developer.
Yeah, really. Like, when I was playing this with a friend, I was like, yeah, you know, sometimes I get a little tired of hearing Cyclone, Cyclone all the time. And he was like, you know what? I find it kind of endearing. And I was like, alright, fair enough. Fuck. Alright, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going. Yeah, we gotta climb the tower, okay. The gas cans would be for Carol if you were playing her, because she's a biker. So if you find a gas can, that means you can jump on the motorcycle and ride it around the area. Lilac here, she's Sonic, right? She's all speed, but the thing about the other characters, they really stand out a lot more than your just Sonic type cookie cutter duplicates. Carol might be the powerhouse, but you can still use the gas canisters to use her motorcycle. There we go.
Scanning. Set. Is the level different when you pick a different character?
Most levels are not, but you have different levels throughout the story mode. Some levels are swapped out for others for certain characters' storylines. You end up finding out at one point that Carol and Lilac were both members of what are called the Red Scarves, which is what Spade is part of. Oh, not the spikes! Fuck the spikes! Come on, you turd, get back up here! Okay, I'm sorry I said that. Cool, glad we're done. Spade is part of the Red Scarves, which is a guild of thieves / ninjas. They're a street gang, basically. And Lilac and Carol were both members because they had it really hard early in life. Lilac has given it up. Carol is still somewhat involved with them. So let's see here. Carol gets a level in their hideout that you get to play in. She also gets a level somewhere else. Like, there are certain levels that get traded off, like 2 apiece, that are individual to the characters, or somewhat individual. Carol gets the Red Scarves hideout. Mila also gets that, I believe. Mila's intro level is the sewer, which then transitions into the underground cavern thing where she rescues Carol. So I think for Mila it's the sewer and the Red Scarves hideout. For Carol it's the Red Scarves hideout and then a point where she rescues Lilac, and then Lilac has the opening level and something else. So they all, like, they aren't exactly the same, but certain characters get slightly different story arcs on which levels they do or do not play. The level layout remains the same, but which ones they can and cannot participate in change. I hope I'm describing that accurately. They're all slightly different.
Scamming. Said. Okay, I understand.
And of course, if you can somehow opt into the beta on Switch, then you can play as Torque. Again, my favorite. How, I don't know, but if you can, then do it. Oh, here we go. I forgot. Most of the game is based on Sonic, but they draw inspiration also from Gunstar Heroes. That's a game that was...
Scanning. Said. I can't wait for my PC, lol. I'm going to have a Steam meme, so hype.
Dude, get it. Get me your Steam. Let's be friends. I'll shoot you games. I literally have codes saved up, and they're going to come your way. We have stuff we got to play together. But I digress. Most of this is inspired by Sonic, but there was a series of games that started on the Genesis called Gunstar Heroes. If you ever get the chance to play them, do it. Amazing games, and this segment in particular is an homage to Gunstar Heroes, with the whole like the boss thing, the way the boss like moves and shifts. You'll see. Hello, Mila, I see you! Thank you, good girl! And the way they bring in Carol to give you backup to beat the shit out of it, like, this battle is so awesome. The fact that you literally have the entire team just backing you up while you're trying to get through it, this is one of the ones that, like, I really love.
Scanning. Said. This is awesome.
I see you, Mila. Thank you. Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Fuck, I keep missing the health. Mila, please. Yeah, I see you. I have to miss it again because if I didn't, I would have died. Shit. The game also gets, like, surprisingly dark at certain points. Like, I haven't reached it yet, but there's a torture scene in here that, like... Man, the first time playing it, I was really drunk, and, like... It messed with me. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep playing tonight, to be honest. I wasn't even planning on staying up this late in the first place. But, if we get there, I'll let you know. But it was one of the things that, like... For how happy most of it is, it was really intense. Doing alright, okay.
Say. Also, are you sure you want to give me the code because lol I feel bad?
No.
A Gunny Fendi. Said. Cheer 1.
Well, thanks, A-Gun Effendi, for the bit. Thank you, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. RX, as far as certain codes go, I don't have anything for this, but there are quite a few games that when they would go on sale, I would get extra copies of, or if they're on sale on chrono.gg, it would just be like a stupid low price of like $2 a game, so I buy 4 copies. Just so I have them on hand in case I want to throw them at friends. I mean, that's what I try to do. Unfortunately, Steam doesn't really let you hold on to games for the most part anymore, because that's what I used to do, is like, you know, oh, you can get it at this price, or you can buy 4 of them at this, and I would buy the 4-pack, so 1 is for me, and the others would sit in my inventory, and then I would just shell them out, like at Christmas or birthdays or something. But Chrono, like the direct Steam purchase, even though it doesn't let you do that anymore, chrono.gg, it has the game codes, their license codes. I'll still do that, or like Humble Bundles. And yeah, I'll hand those off, because I mean, when you have a game that's normally $20 and I can get it for $2 or even $5, I'm gonna buy 4 copies. Like, I might as well have it for friends. It's worth it, you know. And then there are certain other ways that I've got game codes.
Like scamming. Said. That's true, LOL, thanks.
There are other ways, like I have some friends, they've wanted certain games, and they get a bunch of extra codes, either through like Humble Bundle or Chrono or whatever. And they say, hey buddy, you know, if you can toss me this much, I'll give you this many game codes. I go, alright. So I might end up spending, you know, $40 to help them get this game they really want. But then I get, like, you know, 20 game codes on Steam to just... There you go. That's what some of my giveaways have been. Some of them are kind of shitty, I'm not going to lie. But there are others that are really awesome. Things like... well, I don't think I have any copies of Yooka-Laylee left. I think those went up with my big 16-hour stream. But my point is, like, sometimes I get game codes through other means. With helping out friends. And it's just a big, you know, I guess pay it forward type thing. I help them, they give me codes that I can then use to give to others, or, you know, friends, or giveaways, or whatever. Shit, even in the same vein, like, I have so many cooking books in my garage that I've been meaning to do giveaways for, or send to friends. Is dumb. Man, I don't know how many at this point. I probably have a good supply of, like, maybe 50 cooking books. My point is, when I have the chance to take advantage of a sale, I'm going to do it. Either it's going to be gifts for friends, because, you know, that's cool. Or it's something I can toss into a giveaway, and then, you know, that's also cool. Whatever. Thank you, Carol. Mia, please. Oh, we're into snake mode now. Thank you, Carol. You are the best cat. No, Maddox is best cat. Carol is second best. No offense, Carol. You're great. Mia, please. Thank you. Cheers.
Scanning. Said. I'm just pie that we can play games together. Scanning. Said. And GGGGGGGGG.
Same 100%. 100%.
Yeah! We kicked some serious tail back there!
Not so fast, Commander! If you're searching for the stone, you might want to look up. Enjoy your victory!
Those airships would ghost us from a mile away. Remember what happened to me in the valley?
But that.
That's another blooper.
There has to be a way. What about Mayor Zhao?
It's gone! My one chance for re-election is gone! You! Over there!
He's royalty? You have to bow. Oh!
Very good. Rise. Were you the ones who disposed of this wretched mechanical beast?
You bet we are.
Glorious! As a token of my appreciation, I offer each of you free reign over Zhao's shopping paradise. With this coupon, for 5% off selected brands. Aw, what the heck? Why don't I just invite you over to dinner? My treat.
You mean a royal feast? I am pretty hungry.
What about the stone?
That scoundrel Prince took it from me! I won't even be able to chase him until my ships are repaired.
Well, Mayor Zhao, we would be honored to be your guest this evening.
Follow me, then. I shall drown your sorrows in delicious chow mein. Don't worry about taking turns. I'm sure you must be hungry, so have at it.
Sushi! I love sushi! Me too!
So, what's that giant head on the wall over there?
Said. LOL, I don't know why, but this made me hungry.
Man, I have a laptop over here. I'm trying to get up and running with Windows 10, and if I can, it'll be my my staple for my cooking streams. And I wanna cover sushi. I mean, it's one of those things that in the end is not that expensive to make, but is really good, and it's easy to impress a lot of people. I like it. My girlfriend likes it. We'll eat out because we're lazy, but around my brother's birthday, it's like, hey, what do you want to do? And he's like, go to your place, sushi bar. It's really not hard. As long as you get the right resources, great. And the best thing, if somebody doesn't like raw fish, doesn't matter. Sushi, by definition, is the decorative arrangement of rice. It doesn't involve fish at all. You can have sushi with mushrooms, sushi with cabbage, sushi with carrots. And this even means, like, sushi with barbecue. So, don't like raw fish? No problem. There's a dozen different ways to make it. I think, a lot of people would appreciate it if it wasn't just, like, the ick factor of, like, ooh, raw food.
That's the pride of my collection. An ancient statue modeled after the dragons of the before time.
My mom, she doesn't like raw fish, she doesn't like seaweed. Fuck it. Had her over for dinner, we made sushi with soy wraps and barbecue pork. Done.
What's special about them compared to, you know, someone like Lilac?
What's special? Ha! Did you come from another planet or something?
Sorry.
Long ago, a magnificent creature soared across
LOL, I
Atlas in a
don't like
ball
it
of
for
fire.
that reason. I don't like fish at all.
Oh, well, hey, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Again, like, that's usually what goes with it, traditionally. But, yeah. My mom doesn't like raw fish. She doesn't like seaweed. So we got a soy wrap instead of a seaweed wrap. And we made
Scamming. Said. but I like octopus.
Well, you can still do it with octopus, you can do it with shrimp, you can do it with crab. Of course, you want to cook those, because those are actually unsafe to eat if they're raw. But my mom's just iffy about anything like, you know, certain seafoods. So we went with the soy wrap. The day before, we'd had barbecue ribs for dinner. I just saved some of that and I cut it into very fine strips. And I put the barbecue pork ribs into the sushi roll. There you go. Nothing from the sea whatsoever. If you like octopus, cool. Or squid. You can either cook it into steaks or you can chop it up into a mince. The tentacles, if you want, fine. The rice is easy to make. If you like seaweed wraps, cool. If you don't, then again, you go for the soy paper. That's flavorless. Or you can season it with whatever you want. Maybe some cream cheese or spicy mayo.
Said. Wait, really unsafe. I seen people eat octopus raw with the legs moving.
Okay, so you can do that if you really want. Now the legs moving, that's a the moving legs, like the octopus is dead. They pour soy sauce over it, and you have to realize, like, whenever you move part of your body, you send a signal from your mind to your nerve endings, which go down to your muscles, right? And all the different nerve endings that go through your arm and every element of your body is a chain reaction of basically salts, acids, and bases that changes the same way that like a battery has acid in it, right? And it uses that charge of the acid to move electricity through whatever you're trying to power with the battery. That's literally what happens with every one of your muscles. If you go and you like push against a wall for a long while and your arm gets tired and then you have problems lifting it or it goes up on its own, that's a delayed signal from muscles or fatigue from that battery running out. Your muscles run on sodium, potassium, and water, and that is literally what causes those reactions between the muscles to make them move. If you have a bunch of octopus tentacles and you pour soy sauce over them, soy sauce is salty, right? Even salt water will cause certain muscles to essentially like generate a charge the same way that a battery does, because salt is related to acid. And it goes into those nerve endings and it causes the muscles to twitch. So when you see that thing where they're like moving, they're raw and they aren't alive, they're dead, but the salt from the soy sauce causes them to flail around. Now the thing is, for them being raw, they aren't dangerous because they're moving, they're dangerous because they can contain parasites. The same thing goes for shrimp. Even raw fish, like there's actually as far as cephalopods, which is octopus, and shrimp go, you actually have two things. You have parasites and then you have toxins that they can have, which is why you want to cook them before you eat them. So any sort of shrimp or lobster or crab and any sort of octopus or squid. Most clams you want to cook properly. Scallops, depending upon how you get them, there's a gray area there. And the whole thing with fish, the reason you can have sushi is because most of the time it's frozen for at least 48 hours. It's supposed to be before you can sell it, at least. And it being frozen for that long kills any parasites that are in it, which is why you can eat it raw. The parasites are dead. Anything else would be fresh enough that it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you want to do like raw shrimp or raw octopus or raw clams, you can do that if you want, but you're taking a risk. You're a lot better off cooking it. And even then, you want to cook it either fast, like flash cook it.
Scamming. Said. Wait, so if I'm dead and they put soy sauce on me, I can start doing the electric slide.
Maybe. I mean, you aren't gonna be doing the electric slide so much as the seizure special, but yeah. There's
Scamming. Said. XD.
There's a video where somebody they've taken I believe it's a rabbit, and they've cleaned it. They've removed the skin, they've removed the guts, and they're washing it off, and they splash salt water over it, and the entire body just starts like twitching and then like flipping up and down because the electric charge from the salt water goes and causes the muscles to just freak out. It's if I can find it, I'll send it to you. It's weird. But yeah, there are certain things that, like posthumous, totally will cause muscles to just like freak the fuck out.
Scamming. Said. I would shit myself if I did know that.
Yeah. This is also part of why, like I said, you have in muscles a balance between sodium and potassium to make nerve endings work. Those are the two different compounds that tend to, or elements that you use when you're exercising. Like if you're doing something like you're running a long distance, or you're lifting weights, you start to get that like fatigue, like your muscles are just getting tired and they're not responding the way you want. That's sodium. Sodium helps. Okay, so your muscles use oxygen to work, right? And they're used to a certain amount of oxygen to get the job done. When they're not getting enough oxygen to do what they need, they build up lactic acid crystals in the muscles. And that's where that fatigue and soreness comes from in the moment. Sodium binds to those crystals. Like if you have aerobic, which means like breathing with oxygen, then you have anaerobic, which means without oxygen. An aerobic reaction is your muscles working the way they're supposed to. Anaerobic is like trying to do something when you don't have enough oxygen. Either you just aren't pulling in enough, or if you're holding your breath. That's where that fatigue comes from. The muscles keep trying to work when they don't have enough oxygen to do the job. So instead, they basically just start shuffling off the CO2 into the acid crystals in your muscles. And the sodium, if you have enough sodium in your body, it actually helps break down those crystals and acts as a catalyst to that reaction. So even if you can't take in enough oxygen to do what you're trying to, enough salt, enough sodium in your body will take the oxygen you do have and stretch it further. So things like when you're running a marathon, you get a side stitch, or you're like lifting weights and you start to get that like fatigue in your muscles. Sodium will subdue that and let you go longer. Then, if you're done with your workout or your marathon or whatever it is, and you get up the next morning and you have just like your whole body hurts, that is potassium. Potassium undoes that like prolonged ache, fatigue feeling. And things like bananas will help with that. They'll help flush out that. The second one, I don't know what that element is, honestly, but potassium will clear it out. As far as I know, the best thing to use is coconut water, because one, it's a liquid, so it's easy to just chug, and two, it actually has like twice the potassium that bananas do. Like, it is one of the top sources. So if you get cans of coconut water and like you work out one day and you just totally push yourself and you're fine, but you get up the next morning and you feel like garbage, like everything hurts, just start pounding coconut water. And it'll go in there and it will flush out everything that is making you feel like you're halfway dead. And then you'll be good to go again. But yeah, the two things literally, like, they work back and forth to keep... those are the batteries, so to speak, that actually make your muscles work.
When it landed, our ancestors were so captivated by its power and beauty that they built 3 kingdoms in its honor.
Shangmu, Shangtu, and Shuigan?
Bingo! And when the cities were built, the dragon transformed into the legendary Kingdom Stone we know and love today.
I'm gonna do this next level, and after that I'm going the fuck to bed.
The same stone that was heartlessly yanked away from me.
You took it first.
Carol, manners.
Sorry.
Why did you take it? Why now?
Shangmu is on the brink of an energy crisis. With the stone in our hands, we could have solved it overnight.
Well, that worked out well.
I don't think this energy crisis of yours is an accident. I think it's deliberate, and I think we know who is responsible.
Don't bore
Scanning.
me with your lectures.
Said.
I've heard them a
Whatever
thousand
happened to
times
Bee
from
if you know?
1,000 self-righteous warriors.
Oh, Bee was in here earlier. She just turned in early for the night.
Unless you have something useful to say, the only thing that matters to me is how quickly I can cast you aside. I really have a lot of work to do.
You'll fail. Men like you always fail.
Interesting theory.
Hello, sir. Have you beheaded the intruders yet?
What is it?
There's an incoming transmission from General Serpentine.
The full moon is out.
Scanning.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Said. Does she still do commissions?
She does. She's on hold right now. I think she has to finish something first. But she does. Hit her up, and I know she will work you in when she can.
Yet. Upload the scans and get back here immediately.
Of course, my lord.
Contact the crash site and tell them to refit our warp drive. I want the artifact to fit like a glove.
As you wish, sir.
We're getting off this rock.
An alliance with Shangtu. What a lovely idea. Oh, hey, Magister. Sorry about ambushing your soldiers and desecrating your temple. Let's go frolicking in the woods together with our makeup and pretty dresses.
Your Excellency, we're a neutral party. Send us to speak on your behalf.
If he won't listen to the greatest ruler in all of Avalis, why would he listen to a bunch of kids?
Can we try? Pretty please.
Just imagine how much people are going to love you for reuniting the 3 kingdoms against a common enemy. You'll be a hero.
Me? A war hero? Now that you mention it, I could use a few extra hands.
So you'll help us then?
What the heck? It's worth a shot.
Yay!
To the airship!
Nice.
We get to ride in that? Oh my gosh, yes.
But of course! It's equipped with everything you'll need for your trip, including your luxurious living quarters. Good luck, my friends!
Thank you!
Wish I had an airship.
Scamming. Said. Yeah, me too.
Just imagine it, Carol. There are other worlds out there, just like ours.
We should go on a space adventure someday. Don't you think that'd be so cool?
Oh yeah, this scene changes depending upon which character's story you're playing as well.
Are you kidding? It'd be the coolest thing ever.
I remember saying almost exactly the same thing.
Did you have a change of heart?
Not really, no. I guess I just wasn't prepared for the sacrifices I had to make. Just gotta keep moving forward with the mission, I guess. No point in thinking about a past that can't be changed.
You're right.
How's the other girl doing?
Mila, I'm not sure. Can you go check on her, Carol?
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Well, I'm fine. You go on ahead.
How's it going? I'm making a wish. Oh, what kind of wish? Well, I really want to see my mommy and daddy again. Sounds like a good thing to wish for. We're gonna be going inside soon. You wanna come? Okay. What's going on?
Shoot! We've gotta disable those ships or we're toast!
If you know Sonic the Hedgehog in the Flying Battery Zone, you'll not only appreciate...
Said. LOL, those missiles are never going to hit.
If you know Sonic in the Flying Battery Zone from Sonic and Knuckles, this is not only similar, you actually have dun 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 dun, the like certain melody from that in the backtrack of this level. So this is like a nice double homage to that that part of Sonic.
Scamming. Said. I never play a 2D Sonic game.
You got it, dude. Sonic 1, meh. Sonic 2, a lot more people like it. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Don't just play Sonic 3. Don't just play Sonic and Knuckles. You can find Sonic 3 and Knuckles because the game cartridges were actually designed to fit together to be a combo game. That is like the defining Sonic game. We need to have a discussion about that at some point, why like it reaches that point. It isn't just level design, it isn't just music, it isn't just theming. They pushed the idea of what Sonic was at that point so much further than it ever has been since. But yeah, if you play it, some of the music here mirrors some of the music there, and the level does as well. Like this part is a total homage to that.
Scamming. Said. Really, I need to play it.
Yeah. If you don't care, skip Sonic 1, skip Sonic 2, and don't just play Sonic 3 on its own. Don't just play Sonic and Knuckles on its own. You have to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the proper combo of the two. And it's a bit of work, but I would say don't just play it, beat it, and then get all the emeralds for it to get like the top tier of the gameplay, and you'll understand like why it carries so much weight, why it is the defining Sonic game. If you want, I'll send you a video doing a breakdown of, like, even though it's the combo of the two is technically non-canon, why it should be and why it matters more than any other Sonic game that has been there. Ah, fuck me. Literally, next hit I die. Great. Bonus token. I can just set off all the bombs and grab it otherwise. Cool! And hit points. Yay! That's what I need. Yeah, fuck off, you. Like, if you like this... I mean, original Sonic games did not have voice acting. They didn't have the technology for it yet. But if you like the gameplay, if you like the way that this moves and feels, this is 100% like the energy of the classic Sonic games, the 2D Sonic games. Again, first one was clunky, it had a lot of improving. Second one was better, but they hadn't ironed everything out yet. But Sonic 3 they did very well with. Sonic and Knuckles even better, and
Scanning. Said. I shall second is remastering a game.
oh, which one are they working on? So there's a 1-up, not that it much matters, but...
Scanning. Said. Hold on.
Okay, it says go down. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, they fixed that. Nice. Okay, back on the ship. So we did the metal ship, now the fire ship. No! Fuck! Fuck! Double fuck! give me an Earth Shield here. Like, Fire Shield would have been so much better.
Scanning. Said. A game called Alex Kidd Miracle World.
Oh, really? That is, both, man, dumb and encouraging at the same time. Alex Kidd was one of the, like, before Sonic. Like, Sonic became the mascot for Sega for the Sega Genesis, but back in, like, the NES era, the, like, mid-80s, Sega had the Sega Master System. So, 16-bit, you have the Genesis, and that was Sonic. That was their mascot. But before that, in the mid-80s, they had the Master System, and their mascot was Alex Kidd. And, like, nobody knows about Alex Kidd! I'm surprised they're remaking that. It was not a great game, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it was bullshit. But the fact that they're trying to revisit their roots there, I'll give them credit. Like, good effort. Good effort. It's, yeah. It's kind of like Nintendo trying to redefine Donkey Kong, you know? I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, I'm not super excited, but it is nice to see Sega trying to, like, breathe life into their older franchise.
You just don't know when to fold, do you?
Don't you get it? Lord Brevon's the murderer!
Thanks for the tip. Now get off our ship before I throw you overboard.
Like that'll happen.
Oh well, don't say I didn't warn you.
I don't remember having to actually fight him last time. That's kind of cool.
Scanning. Said. And they said that you can switch from the remaster to that old school in game by clicking a button.
Oh, yeah, that's becoming more and more standard. And, like, that's kind of cool, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, I don't care much about, like, the old school, since it was just such a... Yeah, look up Alex Kidd in Miracle World, and you'll understand, like, the game is just kind of... I'm glad they're trying... Oh, fuck! Okay. I thought I was gonna have to face the helicopter there, and I was like, no! Oh, this is nice. Before, here, when you would, like, finish off a ship, the plane would come underneath, and you would have to, like, time to jump onto the plane. Which sucks, because it's like, oh yeah, I took down the boss, destroy the cannons, and then you miss the jump and have to do it all over again.
Scamming. Said. LOL, really, why are they remastering it? The LOL if people don't like it.
Well, it's not that people don't like it. It's just that, like... Okay, I mean, I don't know, maybe when they do the remaster, they'll, like, add more to the game, or fine-tune it. Again, like, look up some of the original gameplay, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It was not a fantastic game. It was like a discount Mario Brothers, but it was literally the original, like, Sega mascot. So I don't think it's so much like remastering it. Like, if it's a full remake, then they can improve on it. You know, you have a level of variation on what people call a remaster or a remake.
Scamming. Said. LOL, then Sonic one-up it.
Yeah, Sonic just blew it out of the water. It was the original Sega mascot. So there's some history there. But besides that, I don't see a reason to have a remaster. Now, if it's a remake, if they go and add more content, then alright, fine, whatever. But the original was just kind of a lame game. I'm not gonna lie. But whatever. You know, I'll look into it, see what they come up with. Anyway, my point was, like, you destroy the cannons, you beat the boss, the plane would come underneath and you need to jump on the plane, and it would suck.
Scamming said, I like super clean.
If you miss the plane, you just plummet to your death and then have to beat the boss all over again. Now the plane like follows you as you move through the level once you've like cleared out the cannons and the boss. So you just go on to the next area. Cool. I appreciate that. It isn't some like janky jump catch to try and make it like I get what they were going for the first time. Like, you know, oh yeah, make it realistic. Get on the plane to go to the next area. But it was just such a mess. Now, there we go. We're done. It's funny, the more I play this, the less I'm impacted by the limited view space on the character. Once I get into the flow of it, I'm doing okay. Alright. Oh yeah, these fuckers.
Scanning said, yeah, you're doing super good.
I'm doing alright, honestly. Like, I could be doing a lot better, but if this was my first time playing it, I would be just killing it. But this being a game I'm already familiar with, I'm honestly doing pretty lame. But you know, it's almost 5 in the morning here. I'm 4-5 cocktails in. This is my 4th or 5th. I'm not keeping the best track, to be honest.
Scanning said, is about to be 7:40 here.
Well, for you, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm tired because I've been up since, when did I start streaming? Like 10:30, 11, something like that. I've been streaming for a while, I've been drinking for a while. Ouch. Oh, metal shield. I like that. You get the metal shield, you get the, like, literal metal guitar riff. And then after that, hey, guess what? Metal spikes? Metal spikes don't fucking matter. The shields actually, like, give a difference on what elements you can resist. Fire, you resist most projectiles. You get the wood shield, well, hey, most of the, like, little hit point pickups, they get, like, magnetized towards you. But metal shield, yeah, run on spikes. Doesn't give a fuck because they're metal spikes.
Sick. That's cool.
Yeah, no, like literally every shield gives a whole different like type on how the protection works.
Scanning. Said. Hey Sega, take some notes.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I mean, the fact that, like, you know, Sonic Mania was made by fans because Sega couldn't, like, pull their shit together well enough to make their own Duty Sonic game is kind of evidence enough of that, right? I don't know if you kept up on that, but
Scanning. Said. That embarrassing to be honest, LOL.
well, the thing is, a lot of the original Sonic team, they left. It's like if you play like, say, Diablo 3.
Scanning. Said. Oh, I did know that.
Yeah. If you play like Diablo 3, you know, the original guys who made Diablo 1 and 2, they bailed. They left Blizzard because Blizzard put them on hold for so long, saying, you know what, yeah, you know, we'll eventually make Diablo 3, but fuck you right now. We want to make updates to World of Warcraft because that's where our money is. Eventually they said, you know what, no, we want to do our thing. The original, like, Blizzard North, the guys who made Diablo and then Diablo 2, they got their own studio, they got their own division. They weren't part of Blizzard to start with. They were making their own game. And then Blizzard came in and said, man, we really like this. We want you to be part of our studio. So they went, okay. So that's why you had Blizzard and Blizzard North. And,
Scamming. Said. Can you make money if a company put you on hold?
Well, that's the thing. Originally, they made Diablo. That went over well. They made Diablo 2. That went over well. Then World of Warcraft came out. And, you know, they were saying, we want to make another Diablo game. It's been years. And they said, all right, cool, but, you know, right now World of Warcraft, that's where our cash is coming from. So we don't care what you want to do. You make updates for that game. We'll get you paid. They did that for a while, and, you know, Diablo 3 was the carrot on the stick from Blizzard to keep North making content for World of Warcraft. And they led them on long enough that they finally said, okay, here's the deal. We're going to make Diablo 3, or we're going to leave. And Blizzard said, fuck you, no, you're going to do what we want because you're our bitch. So they peaced out. They made their own company called Runic Studios. And they made the games Torchlight and Torchlight 2. They're working on Torchlight 3 right now. It's supposed to be released next year. Diablo 3 is not made by the original guys that made Diablo 1 and 2. Because Blizzard put them off so long, they pissed them off and they left. That's why Diablo 3 doesn't play the same way that 1 and 2 did. But if somebody liked Diablo 1 and 2, Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2 played the same way.
Said. Well, lizards are dicks.
Lizards?
Scamming.
Blizzard, okay, yeah.
Said.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Well, there's another level there, if we're going to get into it. At one point, Blizzard merged with Activision, and I believe it was Activision who actually bought Blizzard. So the two became, I mean, like, it's a merger. They're, like, combining the companies, but there's definitely, like, a controlling company, and that was Activision. That wasn't the problem, though. The problem is, now, Blizzard Activision, they aren't their own company. They're owned by King. King is the company that made, like, Candy Crush and Soda Saga and all these dumb mobile games that are, like, pay to win. Yeah.
Scamming. Said. You.
Yeah. These two big companies that actually had, like, a decent reputation, like at first when Activision and Blizzard were merging, I was like, oh my god, yes, this is like so perfect. Two of my favorite companies working together. I'm amped for this. But then King bought them. King is their parent company. And after that, everything has just been in the shit. If you look at the way that the way that StarCraft plays, the way that Diablo plays, the way that Overwatch plays. Yeah, you have a base game and that's okay. But they keep pushing for like, yeah, pay us to just get a little more aesthetics, a little more cosmetics, a little more just to give you an edge. That's what they do. That's what they've done since Candy Crush. Since Soda Saga, since Blossom Blast. All of them, they get you playing up to a point where you get stonewalled, and then they want you to pay to pass that area. King and
Scamming said, "Is this an April Fool joke that is out of season?"
I wish. Seriously, like King and Tencent are the two companies that like they specialize in mobile games and like microtransactions to fuck people over. Before Activision and Blizzard, I was so excited, and then King got them, and it's just I'm so angry. I'm so angry. You had two really good companies that are just totally like
Scamming said, Tencent is working with Nintendo in China.
Okay. Tencent, there's a difference between working with and controlling. Alright? Like if King worked with Activision and Blizzard to like introduce their service in China, then fine. Because like King and Tencent are both based in China. I'd be fine with working with. But there's a difference between working with and owning. Like King owns. They are a parent company to Activision Blizzard. Epic, you know, the company that makes Unreal and Fortnite,
said, "Yeah, right."
The company that Epic is the one who owns Unreal Engine, Unreal Tournament. They're the one who does Fortnite. Tencent owns 45% of their stock. So even though they aren't a guaranteed controlling share, they're so much larger than basically any other shareholder, they can basically do whatever they want. If somebody owns more than 50% of a company's stock, they're a majority shareholder. They're essentially the CEO. They say you do this and the company has to. But if you own, let's say, 20%, which is 1/5 of the stock, and everybody else who has the stock has 1%, then you basically can do whatever you want unless the entire majority rallies against you and says, no, we don't want that. So somebody who has like 20-25% can get their way like 50% to 25% of the time, and anybody who goes 50% or above gets their way 100% of the time. And that's the thing. King owns enough of Activision Blizzard, they control them. They may not own all of it, but they own enough that nobody can tell them no. And Tencent has enough control on Epic right now that if everybody else who's a shareholder said we don't want to do that, they could put a stop to it. But most of the time people don't care, because they don't want to hold sway in the company. They just want to wait for the company's profits to grow so they can sell them and make more cash. But Tencent, they hold like 40%. whatever. They got it. Sorry for the rant. I got a little off there. I'm just saying, like, you know, Blizzard and Activision, they're not the company they were, and they yeah, there's a lot of shady shit behind the scenes for a bunch of companies that you don't see coming. And as far as Nintendo goes, well, I don't think Nintendo is controlled by Tencent, but probably Tencent is a gatekeeper as far as China is concerned. But whatever. I've got 10 minutes left before 5 a.m. I'm gonna kill this level and then go the fuck to sleep. Alright, Torque, let's go. The real boss approaches.
Behold my true power!
Hit points! Alright, there we go. No! Fuck! Fuck! Oh, I tried so hard. I tried so hard. Do not tell me I'm starting from scratch again. Okay, good.
Scanning. Said. LOL no.
If I was gonna have to do the entire level again to get to the boss, I was just gonna quit then. No joke. It was like, I'm tired, I'm drunk, I'm not up for that, but no, we're okay. We're okay. Man, taking this dude on with Torque is crazy easy. This is one of the ones that I remember, like, playing the beta with him. It was like, no, this dude's a joke. I can have this done in, like, less than 10 seconds.
Behold my true power!
Scanning. Said. Why is he not in the game?
He was early access beta, and I opted into the beta test, so I should be able to play him. But I think since I upgraded my OS, like, the downloaded copy I have of this is the original copy, not the beta copy. So I don't think I can play as him right now.
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So, you have chosen death! How pathetic!
I mean, I like Torque because he's, you know, he's a little bit slow, he's a little bit of a geek, he's a dingus, but There's more to him than that. Like, I like the way his combat style is. I like his movement style.
Scanning. Said. Can you call out contact customer service for that?
If I have to, I can. I'm not gonna do it yet. This was more of like, I completed what I was playing earlier. What was it? Out Buddies. I finished Out Buddies tonight. So I wasn't planning on playing this, but I didn't want to wrap up the stream yet. So this is a last minute. Fuck. I could really use that health now. But I don't. Oh, no. Okay, no, let's just go. Let's just go. I need to pee. Oh wait, we'll try again. I finished up Out Buddies tonight. I wasn't expecting to do that, and I didn't want to go to sleep that soon.
Scanning. Said. You got this.
Yeah, I've done it before. I know I'll get it. I know I'll get it.
So you have chosen death. How pathetic!
No! Man, I fucked up. Okay.
Scanning. Said. I have a question for you towards the end of the stream.
Oh, we're reaching the end of it now, so ask it and I'll answer how I can manage. I hope you did not. Okay, cool. I thought I was able to fit between those lasers. My bad. What's your question, RX?
Scanning. Said. I want to get a Elgato that goes inside the PC. I want to know how to do that and what is the benefit of doing that.
Okay, so, Elgato, you mean the capture card or the Stream Deck? Which one?
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death! How pathetic! Behold my true power!
Okay, a little more effort, and I think I got this. Woo, that was close.
You insolent worm!
Oh, motherfucker! Just the screen shake is what took me out. That sucks.
Scanning. Said. Capture card. I know they sell one that you can connect it straight inside your PC.
Okay, hold on just a second. I will address that. I need to pee. Just 1 minute. 30 seconds, baby. Okay, so Elgato is a name brand much like Levi or Ford. Send me that the link you posted earlier in the chat. Send that to me on Discord or in Twitter. That'll make it easier for me to find, and I can use that to try and look up your motherboard, because that will tell me what kinds of expansion slots you have in your tower. That said, when I started looking into capture cards, of course everybody's going nuts about Elgato. which I didn't care about because I had already, like, you know, Elgato makes the stream boards, the little like hotkeys that you can program. But I have a gamer keyboard, and when I do something like this to switch off my audio, my camera, those are things that I programmed into that. You don't need an Elgato keyboard. You can just do that with a gamer keyboard or even with certain hotkeys. It's a name brand. If you're smart, you don't need it. And I believe the capture card that I have is AverMedia. Look back at any stream I've done with my Switch, whether it be Smash Brothers or Mario Party or Mario Kart or Pokemon. If that looks good to you, then I will send you a reference to the AverMedia card. One, it's far more compatible with different motherboards because you don't need a full PCI. You need just a standard PCI. That's technical. I won't get into it right now. But two, it's significantly less expensive. I think I got mine for like $80, whereas most of the time an Elgato capture card would cost you like, what, $200? I can point you in the direction, but it's not as well known. But if my video matches the standard that you're looking for, then done deal. No problem. It'll probably cost you a hell of a lot less. If it isn't clear enough for you, then let me know. I still will need the link to the build of your system to see what your motherboard has, but I can tell you whether or not it'll work for you.
Scamming said, I got a Elgato HD60.
Oh, you already have one. Okay. I'll need to look up what an Elgato HD60's requirements are, and again, what your PC is going to have. If you already have it, then you're good. If that goes inside your system, it's going to depend on what type of an expansion slot it has. And the benefit of an expansion slot versus...
Scanning said, that's the one I use.
But that's the one inside, like, your brother's system, right? Or is it an external one? Because, to be fair, it isn't a huge difference, at least at this point, but there is a difference between an internal and an external video capture.
Scamming said, is like a use one.
It doesn't matter if it's used or not. I mean, is it...
Scamming said,
USB, okay.
USB,
okay,
sorry.
So USB is external. Now, this depends on whether it's USB 2.0, 2.1, or 3.0. I'm going to assume it's 3.0 because most are. 3.0 is nice. You get a lot of data transfer there. But the thing is, USB 3.0 has a transfer rate of... what is it? Okay, so it was 12, then it was 48. USB 3.0 has a data transfer rate of almost 500 megabits per second, so almost like a half a gig per second. That's 3.0, if I'm remembering correctly.
Scamming said, LOL, it goes where the blue port goes.
Yeah, that's 3.0. I believe, and again, I'm drunk, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt. I believe USB 3.0 gets a transfer rate of 480 megabits per second, which is close to half a gigabit per second. Now, PCI, which is the internal one, does over 6 gigabits per second. So 6 times 2, you're talking about a 12 times difference. Do you really need that much, though? And that's where it becomes an issue. Most of the time, you don't. The biggest thing is going to be a scaling difference or a delay difference. Depending upon how it runs, either the scaling is going to cause video degradation, where you get more of that artifacting, those little like blocky things, or since I haven't really noticed that when you're playing, I'm going to guess it's more of a delay, which means it has to process longer before it hits the stream, which is not a big deal. But if you want to go with a internal Elgato, it'll give you better video quality and better speed. All in all, in the end, it is not a big deal. And if you're still using the USB one...
Scamming. Said. Yeah, is a delay and the audio is delayed.
Oh, okay. So if that's your issue, I don't know how hard that makes it for you to play. Like, is it just stream or is it gameplay too? Because if it's gameplay as well, then you definitely want an internal one. Because mine, when I play my Switch, and I literally, like, I have a HDMI in from the Switch to the PC, and then I have an HDMI out that feeds to my TV here. My TV acting as my primary monitor. And when I use that, literally 0 delay. Nothing. I can play it, and it's a 1-to-1. Like, if there's any delay, it'll be on stream. But for me playing, I don't need to worry about that. When I press that button, it happens. But that, again, that depends on your motherboard and what your motherboard can handle. I'll still need those PC specs to see if it'll work or not. But
Scamming. Said. No, not hard. I switch me moderator to the second channel so I can play the game regularly.
Okay. So it's just a stream delay. If that's the case, I mean, like, that's not that bad. That comes down to, you know, your own personal preference. If it's not really fucking with your stream, then I would say don't worry about it. But at least for me, because, like, that's the one thing I had to run off of. I went with an internal, and also, like, with an internal, you can always, like, you get maximum quality. But if we're going to be honest, 90% of the time that doesn't matter when you're streaming, because if you go maximum quality, it'll bog down the stream anyway, so, you know.
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
Oh, that was cheap.
Behold my true power!
Get the health, get the health, get the health.
Scamming. Said. One more question I want you to help me.
Oh, sure.
Because when my new PC comes, I want to stream 1080p 60.
Okay.
You insert word!
So, there's a... Alright. Now, you're streaming on YouTube. I'm going to need to look into the way that it handles your stream, okay? Twitch, whatever stream you put in, it puts out. And this was an issue because if I'm streaming like literally 1080p and I'm outputting 1080p, then that means whoever's on the other end with that 1080p 60 FPS has to have an internet connection that can match that. And if they don't, they're just going to get constant lag. YouTube is better about that, actually, because they compress the video when you send it in to where it'll actually break it down into multiple channels for 480 or 720 or 1080. I think you'll be alright with that, where if somebody has a slower internet, they can still watch it. But I need to do my homework on that. To be honest, I don't have an answer on that right now. But I am more than willing to help you iron that out and figure out what you need to do to make it so that your viewers get a good stream, a smooth one. Because, you know, it doesn't matter how clear it is if they can't watch it, right?
Scanning. Said. Yeah, whenever you can.
Yeah, no sweat. Once you, that's one of the things that's going to be more trial and error. Once your new system comes in, then we can run tests on it, and that's going to be what determines how it performs. That's actually not going to be so much a matter of your hardware as much as like your configuration, because with the hardware you're going to have, I'm sure it can totally do 1080p 60 FPS on most games.
Behold my true power!
Almost died there. Smooth. Man, that like laser ray is just
Scanning. Said. Yeren is not like I'm going to be streaming PC game like that. I'm mostly streaming on me Switch.
Yeah, I know that's what you'd be doing most of the time, but all the same, like, it doesn't matter what the video coming in is, it's what's going out that matters. But that's Twitch. Again, YouTube, I think, actually handles that better. Like, it actually has a decent compression ratio. To where it adjusts on the fly for your viewer. Jesus. I can't believe I pulled that off! I'm legit getting frustrated with this. I just want this level to be fucking over.
You will face justice! Surrender! Not a chance! So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
I don't remember the, like, laser strike being that strong. I just want to finish this battle and go to fucking sleep! Why is it so hard?
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
It's time 5:20. Jeez.
Behold my true power! You insolent worm!
Oh, son of a bitch. I need to do this one more time? I thought there was only 4 cycles of this. Now I'm angry. Now I'm legit, like, I thought that was it. I thought there was only 4. No, it's 5 cycles. This... Okay.
Sith. You had it.
I did. No, I got it now. I got it now.
So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
I'm centered. I'm focused. I know what I'm doing.
Behold my true power!
No, I'm fucked. Game over. Yeah, it won't matter. Continue, yes.
Not today. Let's go.
If I'm at the beginning of the level, then I'm gonna just peace out because I'm tired. Yeah, no, like I said, lives don't matter. Just pick up right where I was.
You will face justice. Surrender.
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death. How pathetic! Behold my true power! You insolent worm!
Oh, just barely in that laser beam. Fuck. I got this. I got this. Just don't panic. Just don't panic. That's all there is to it.
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
Oh, that was cheap. That was cheap.
Behold my true power!
Really?
You insolent worm!
Two hits and I was even trying to get away from it. I recognized what was coming.
You will face justice! Surrender!
Not a chance!
So you have chosen death! How pathetic!
Just more focus. I just need more focus.
Behold my true power!
Woo! Close. We're doing good. We're doing good.
It's work. This is far from over!
Woohoo! That's how it's done.
Scanning. Said.
G fucking G.
G.
G fucking N, more like. Good fucking night. Yeah, I need a double metal shield. Cool. The bonus stages are also kind of a waste. Like, most of the time, like, they're just shields or one-ups. And, like, one-ups, like, alright, but they're kind of pointless. And the shields, alright, once you have one, the others don't matter, so...
Huh! So that's why your airships are boat-shaped.
How could Zhao do this?
He must have thought we were all he needed.
We would have been ready if he had told us. No wonder Brevon's gotten away with everything. Our leaders are too brain dead to pay attention to anything but themselves. Never mind. I don't know.
It's alright. How far is the closest city?
Shang 2 is just a few miles east. The river should take us there.
We'll give that panda guy an update on our situation. The Magister might be able to help.
I hope he believes us. Things have been pretty crazy so far, huh?
Yeah.
How long have you been away from your parents?
I'm not sure. It feels like a really long time.
And you've been alone in the woods ever since?
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't sound weird, but that's kind of impressive. I wouldn't survive a day without my treehouse. Hey, when this is all over, how about we have a girls' night out? Just you and me.
You mean a play date?
Something like that. We could try out some dresses, or maybe buy a huge plate of sushi and just pig out.
What about Carol? Can she come too?
Good luck getting her to put a dress on.
Well, sure. I'd like that.
Great.
Look, everyone! The city!
Haha, my friends! How did the negotiations fare?
Prince Dale took the stone.
We need to speak to the Magister immediately.
I see.
Scamming.
Very well then.
Said.
He deserves to know.
I heard Person 4 is on PC now.
Yeah, Persona 4 Gold Edition. I'm not buying it yet. I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale, but I'm excited for it. I'm gonna complete this story segment and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not gonna play the next level. But yeah, like, I want to check it out, but...
1,000 good greetings to you, Magister.
Said. LOL, I really like this game.
Sorry, no, I'm fucking tired. Like, I was contemplating even streaming tonight, so the fact that the sun is coming up behind me... Dude, I'm dead. I'm probably gonna sleep through most of tomorrow, if I'm gonna be honest, because I just feel like garbage. My girlfriend and I are both probably sick.
It's my understanding that Shui Gang is now in possession of the Kingdom Stone.
But I can continue this tomorrow, or when I stream next, whether that's tomorrow, the day after, whatever.
Not exactly a greatness. Someone else has it.
Explain.
It's been taken by a warlord named Brevin. He has been manipulating the three kingdoms into waging war.
And you have proof of this?
This is a fragment of one of Brevin's machines. Have your scientists examine it. You'll find that its mineral composition doesn't match anything that's built on your world.
Wait! Don't touch it! This theory you have of a man from another world sounds highly
Well, I never
suspicious.
seen the light
at
out
best.
the window. This is me first time.
Oh yeah, no, you look through some of my past streams. If I stay up late or early, then yeah.
If you will allow me to explain, Magister, I have a different theory in mind.
Proceed.
This is nothing but an attempt from Mayor Zhao to cover up the atrocities he committed against our kingdom's stone. He must have offered you a generous reward to come here and make up this ridiculous story. After all, you can't resist money, Sash Lilac and Carol T.
And you know our names because...
You were quite the fortune teller yesterday, so I couldn't resist doing a little background check. Not only have the two of you been stealing crystal shards, you've been working for the same group that claimed responsibility for the stone's theft, the Red Scarves.
Hey, look, Lilac, it's our identical twin sisters.
They're criminals and spies, Your Excellency.
Is this true?
We were just...
Wait, Magister, we're no longer members of the Scarves. It was a long time ago. We did what we had to survive.
Detain them until further notice. Make sure the commander and his evidence are properly quarantined.
Hey, easy!
Magister, please! We don't have time for this!
You're right. Take them away immediately.
Examine the fragment! Examine it!
That stupid panda girl.
Come closer. We can't let the guards hear us.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Now, let's try and figure this out. We gotta bust out of here. But we can't leave without Torque.
You got any bright ideas, Miss Hero Pants?
It's not gonna be easy. He's been quarantined.
What if we bribe the guards?
Carol? We don't have any of our belongings.
Ooh, I'll pretend I have to pee really bad, and then when they open the gate, we'll make a break for it.
I told you, we can't leave without Torque.
All right. Oh, I got it now. First, we'll both switch clothes, and then I'll switch with Mila. And then when they... This way!
Scamming. Said. Onk, that's so relatable, I'm quarantined.
Through here. Well, that makes it easy. Let's go.
Actually, only one of us should go. We don't want the guards to suspect anything.
I'll go. For the team.
The sooner you find Torque, the sooner we can get out of here.
It has come to my attention that there are still chasers among us. We must neutralize them.
Sha! I'll get you, Commander!
According to our intelligence reports, direct infiltration of the city will be impossible without exposing our operations.
As soon as they leave, I want them dragged to our remote base. Do whatever it takes to bring them under our control.
Nice try.
Well, there goes that plan. I'm sorry.
Wait! Tell the Magister I want to confess.
What?
Very well. It's okay. I have an idea. So Torque has nothing to do with this. We forced him to help us against his will.
I don't remember how long this is going to go on now. So I'm going to cut this here. Because some of this is going to have to be replayed tomorrow anyway. Or when I stream next. But, yeah. I'll play this more. Because
Scanning. Said. Nuu on Goke.
I'm sorry, I'm tired. The sun's coming up. It's almost 6 in the morning. Jesus. No. I'll play this more. So we'll cover, you know, what was the start of the story arc, and then continue from there.
Scamming. Said. LOL is almost 9 here also.
I'm burned out. And, I can't keep going right now. Like I said, I'm probably gonna sleep most of tomorrow. Or today, whatever. So whenever I stream again, just keep it on my Twitter. I'll be here. I'll go through everything that's been covered from the start of this, like, dialogue, the beginning of this chapter. Plus from here, and then into the next level. And yeah, I don't think I played this on stream, not all the way through. So we'll go through Freedom Planet with Lilac, and if I'm in the mood, maybe Carol and Mila. I would like Torque, but that depends on whether or not I can get his gameplay functioning. So whatever. Anyway, man, I'm ready to pass the fuck out. Take care. Stay safe. RX, I hope things are well. I'll talk to you soon, dude. And I'll be sending something your way relatively soon as well. Peace out.